Mohammed Saeed is unstoppable.
The only difference between me and you is that I'm in a wheelchair and you are not. And you might give up. I will never give up.
Another big difference is that at the age of 19, Saeed is already an inventor and entrepreneur. One half of the business is providing assistive technologies. The other half, a comic book series centered around the hero, Wheelchair Man.
Wheelchair Man is hope. Wheelchair Man is motivation. Wheelchair Man is resilient. Wheelchair Man is peace. And that is because I've been there.
Saeed's story is nothing short of extraordinary. When he was 5 years old, he lost his mother to cancer. Days later, a bomb blast at his home in Afghanistan left him with a traumatic spinal cord injury. His father took him to a hospital in Kabul and never came back for him.
And I had to figure out a way to survive.
Saeed learned the art of survival while living in a remote hospital in the Panjshir Valley for 7 years.
The only option that I had was to hope something better will happen.
And something better did happen when he met Maria Pia Sanchez, a public health nurse from the Boston area. 2 years after they met, she adopted Saeed in 2009.
Now I can help so many different people, whether it's with my story or whether it's with my inventions.
In high school, Saeed invented a clasp that can be adapted for use in any wheelchair, stroller, car, you name it. He calls it the key to freedom.
I couldn't find something like this, so I made it in 3D printed.
His invention got him into the White House Science Fair. Saeed isn't just interested in selling a product. He wants to change the way people think with Wheelchair Man, the Afghan-American hero based on his own life. The tagline, hope is on the way.
Wheelchair Man's main powers are, one, he can make a criminal see the consequence of their crimes before they commit it. And two, he has the power to not use violence.
Saeed has a small team of dedicated people working with him, including a graphic artist. He's raising money with the crowdsourcing website GoFundMe, and he's determined to finish the first edition of Wheelchair Man before the end of the year. The goal is to have copies of the comic book in every hospital and rehab center, not only here, but in developing countries where the disabled are often treated as outcasts.
Now imagine this, you're sitting on your bed and all of a sudden this TV goes on and Wheelchair Man comes up. Right there, if you're 6 years old, you say, oh, my life is not over. Here is a superhero, so I'm not alone.
Christina Quinn joins me. He is unbelievable.
No, he really is.
So he says at the end there, you're 6, you're in a hospital, you have a superhero. When he was 6 in a hospital in Afghanistan, did he have a superhero, a hero, any?
No, he told me there are no superheroes in Afghanistan. And when he was growing up, he and his friends looked up to the warlords because they were the ones who protected them from the Taliban. And then he came to the U.S. and learned about Gandhi, and that just changed everything for him.
First learned about Gandhi
Yes,
here?
when he came here. And so peace is really at the center of his message.
So I don't know if you need to do a spoiler alert. Do you happen to know what the storyline for the first Wheelchair?
I do.
Okay,
so quickly, so Wheelchair Man comes back to Afghanistan. He's at the airport. There's a suicide bomber there who's about to blow himself up. But Wheelchair Man, he prevents him from doing that because he can see what the consequences of that would result in. The deaths of innocent people. Instead of going to heaven, he realizes, I was brainwashed. That man then becomes Captain Afghanistan. And he's going to build this into a franchise where there are going to be 5 comic book characters based on real-life people.
You're supposed to say spoiler alert, by the way.
I did. Sorry, I know, sorry, but hey.
By the way, great story, too. That was really a terrific story. Christina Quinn, thanks so much.